Hi everybody, welcome back to Tie-Dye Chris, My Creative Life. Today I'm doing a really quick video for you guys and showing you one of my favorite healthy go-to, side dishes I guess you'd call it, but it's really one of my favorite salads of all time. It's heart healthy and, I wouldn't say it's keto. It's definitely not keto because we have pasta going here, but it's got lots of the good Mediterranean stuff in it, plus a little bit of a twist. And I think you guys, if you give this recipe a try, I think you're going to really like it. It is truly one of my favorites. Keeps in the fridge for a few days. It's delicious cold. You can take it to the beach, you can take it out on a picnic. Or you can serve it warm on the side of, chicken or anything like that. It's a good little Italian flavored, Mediterranean flavored salad. So what we're using here is the pearl couscous. But you can also use the smaller couscous, the grainier ones. And also, if you wanted to up the protein, you could mix the two with some quinoa. So, but personally, I like the kind of the chewiness of the larger pearl couscous in this recipe. So, I've got my couscous over here kind of boiling down. It's ready for me to rinse with my tie-dyed oven mitt. I'm gonna grab a little spoon here. Yeah, oh yeah, that's looking great. This is truly one of my favorites, y'all. And because we're adding a lot of heart healthy ingredients to it, it's really got quite a few antioxidants in it. It's just a really delicious salad. Alright, so I'm not going to be too surreptitious in the interest of time with draining this off. But yeah, that's basically it. And I boiled down, I guess I grabbed about 2 cups to start out with. And you want to boil that till it's al dente. Woo, here we go. So I've got my pretty bowl to put it in. Let's put it back in here. Into the bowl it goes. Alright. Now, the basis of this couscous is going to be olive oil and balsamic vinegar. I've got a fairly decent brand here. The extra virgin olive oil, Pompeian. Use whatever you have if you don't have the extra virgin, but really the extra virgin is the best for your heart. And I'm going to put a liberal amount of that in. I'm going to say, maybe 2/3 of a cup to 3/4 of a cup of olive oil. All right. And then I like a lot of the vinegar. I just, me personally, I love the flavor of it. It's nice and piquant, it's sharp and bright. And I'm just using the typical, generic balsamic here. But, if you have the good stuff, by all means, it makes it even that much better. So it's going to almost turn brown from the amount of vinegar of balsamic that I'm putting in here. If you like the apple cider vinegar a little bit more, then use that. It's but it would be a much stronger flavor, so you would want to not use as much. I do like the sweetness of the balsamic, and this would be good with the balsamic reduction too. Like if you just wanted to kind of enhance that flavor a little and make it a little tad sweeter, get your balsamic and reduce it first. Alright, so then we're going to go in with a little bit of minced garlic. I don't like going overboard on the garlic, but then again, you're talking heart healthy here. This is really good for your circulation. Everybody knows about the health benefits of garlic. Great for your immunity. So I don't want to be overpowered with the flavor of that raw garlic, but a little bit goes a long way. The next thing I want to do is tomatoes. I've chopped up some tomatoes here. I've quartered and diced them. And these are Roma tomatoes, but once again, use whatever's fresh, whatever's in season. And the fresher and, if you get them right out of the garden, even better, You could also use sun-dried tomatoes in this if you prefer. That would give it just a stronger, more tomatoey punch, I think. There's a lot of different ways you can riff on this recipe. This is certainly not a written in stone thing. Here we have a little bit of hothouse cucumber that I've also quartered and diced. I like the put the cukes in with this salad. You could, if you wanted to, add in some feta cheese if you like that Greek flavor. would go nicely with this. I would wait till it cools off a bit though before adding the feta in, because you don't want it to get too melty. Then I've got some green onions, some scallions here that I've diced. You can see that's probably about 1/4 cup of scallion. And once again, it's all to your taste, what you prefer. If you like more onion, put more onion. You could use red onion, you could use Vidalia, just whatever you decide to use, whatever you have on hand. You could even use caramelized onion, and that would be wonderful. Now I have some regular bell pepper, some yellow pepper, sweet little sweet peppers you get in the bags. And I've added into that, where to go? I must have put it back. Oh yeah, these. I've added in some chopped up pepperoncinis, just because I really like the pickly flavor in this dish. Last week I made this and I added in some giardiniera, some just regular Italian vegetable giardiniera, and it was delicious. It's a good way to get your probiotics in too, like if you want to add something that, like a fermented vegetable in to this as well. That works really wonderfully. Okay, and then I have here, this has got a little bit of salt in it, so you could leave this out if you wanted to, or you could substitute for, say, like black olives instead of the green pickled olives. But I love that sharp piquant flavor that it brings. It just adds that over the top olivey flavor. Wonderful. And so I've added in a little green olive. Like I say, if you were going low salt, you might decide to leave olives out altogether and add something else instead. That's up to you. But I do really think the olives add a lot to it. All right, now, Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning. This is just the cheap generic stuff. If you had some good stuff, all the better. Smells wonderful. You got your basil, you got your oregano, you got your little bit of rosemary in there. And I'm going to go in with about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. I like a lot, personally. And, you know, this is one of the things that makes it even better the next day, because it kind of, those flavors will sit in the fridge and marry. They'll marinate together. It'll taste wonderful the next day. Yeah, buddy. Oh, this is my favorite. I love this so much. All right, and you guys are going to thank me if you try this, seriously. The last thing we're going to put in there, well, it's not the second to last thing, is some Parmesan cheese. You can do Romano, Parm Romano. You can do fresh, grated. This is all I have on hand right now, so I'm just going to put a liberal amount of Parmesan in there, mix it down. And this is one of the things you can do that kind of, you know, helps to make this a low salt dish that adds that nice flavor in without a lot of salt. Now I do know, let's see, Parm does have some sodium in it. Let's see. Oh, and there goes the other phone. Yeah, this does have a little bit of sodium in it, but it's not terrible. And we'll just get that phone in a minute here, because we're going to wrap this up real quick. So, the final thing, and this is the surprise ingredient, you guys. This is not Mediterranean, but this is the way I saw it when I watched Capriel's Cafe. She was on PBS maybe 15, 20 years ago. She made a version of this salad, and she put fresh ginger in with hers. And I swear I was like, okay. She said, just try it. And so that's what I'm going to do. I add a little fresh grated ginger. And to me, this is the piece de resistance of this dish. You would not think that this would taste great, but oh my God, it really just puts that, like, when you're eating it, you be going, what's that flavor? What's that I'm tasting? You know, because you don't normally think of it as being something that you'd put in a Mediterranean dish. But the brightness of it, it just, oh, it's the top note on this dish that just, I love. I can't get enough of it. And plus, you know, it's super anti-inflammatory, good for your heart, good for your immunity, all that stuff. So throw in that ginger. Oh my goodness. And then we're going to just spoon a little bit up. I got my beautiful bowl here made by the illustrious Dwight Ward out at Gulf Place. If you want some wonderful pottery, go hit up Dwight, because he's got some. All right, so this is it. You can add more Parmesan on top if you like, but this is seriously my favorite salad. That is the kind. That is good stuff. I could eat this whole bowl. I won't, because then I get sick. But this is what it looks like. I mean, it might not be like the most appealing thing you've ever seen, but believe me, it tastes fabulous, and you will not regret for 1 minute making this salad and putting it in your life as part of your culinary repertoire. That's it, guys. Thanks for coming. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. I love you all. Bye-bye.